earthquake joke was pretty terrible, but it's not my fault.
Oh my god.
Danielle,
And
that's
she's
the
out.
second time he's done that joke today.
But the live stream wasn't up, so
That's right.
tell me when we're
So
live.
now everybody's leaving. All right, good, it's working.
Huh?
She's talking to somebody else. There's a special guest here, and you don't know who it is, but you like them. I think you like them. If you don't, get ready to pretend.
I gotta go.
Hey!
I'm out of here.
Oh, hey,
How's it going? I was just thinking of you for some reason.
God, I hate that.
I heard a car door.
Masturbating.
Let me sit over there then.
Did you hear about my earthquake joke?
No.
Jesus,
It's the talk of the town.
it's pretty terrible, but it's not my fault.
That's it.
It's evolving. It's changing. It's devolving.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
Ooh, this one's cracked. When it started, it was a pretty good line.
Oh, we're live. Just a minute.
I assume. I bet you guys had actually started.
No.
I think I was just wondering how you did. You look good.
Thanks.
You look real good.
Thanks.
Are you working on your
How can you say you look
No.
good to someone and have them not believe it? You look good.
It's just the way he said it.
Good?
Yeah.
You look good?
I don't know. Good.
Doing the old, can you get these away from me?
Okay.
Get these away from me. You doing the whole,
Summer thing? Yeah.
are you not taking classes with me?
Not right now, no.
I told Kevin I realized why you want to get into physical therapy.
What's that?
To get close to really old women.
Old women?
What number are we?
620.
So that you
Touch up.
Booyaka, booyaka, 620.
Touch up soccer moms and really old women.
Booyaka.
Booyaka, booyaka.
I'm sorry.
Howard Stern's
I got
penis.
Baba Booey and Booyaka mixed up.
That's good. Every time I hear that Baba Booey, Howard Stern's penis, it always makes me laugh. I'm like, I gotta start doing that, and then I never do.
You gonna start doing that, penis?
That's right. Man, I haven't listened to Stern in so
Mine
long.
shall.
Mine Shao?
Oh, it's the Pokemon.
MIENSHAO.
S-H-A-O. Mine Shao. Sure. I mean, we could start. We got everybody here.
This morning I was feeding the dog and she was jumping around. Like,
Daniel, just give me a
I
heads
set
up
the
when I need
food
to
down
look
and I
away from the
usually
laptop.
tell her
I would
wait,
say look away the whole time.
stay,
Okay.
and then I tell her go
Keep
eat.
yourself safe.
I told her stay, and I went to walk away and she ran over and I said, "We'll have to do a DNA test for you anymore, Sally, because now I know you're Russian." One of those had to be there. She
I
loved
don't
it.
think so.
She loved
be
it.
I laughed. Sally laughed.
It's not my fault.
You had to be there just to see how bad it was.
Yeah, right.
Could you look at the peely thing off, please?
There's a nothing?
Yeah.
Oh, there's one right here. There you go.
Careful!
Cares?
You
Ugh.
can't do that. It'll spray
You
everywhere.
can't open drinks. All right, let's do this. Mind Shaft. 3, 2, 1.
Mineshaft.
Oh, Nintendo Podcast, episode 620, the Mind Shaft Podcast.
Mom Brain, tell us about Mom.
Tell us about Mom Brain.
Tell us about Mom Show. Mine Show? Yeah.
Mine Show.
Mine Show.
Main show?
How do I get it? I gotta buy a wider lens for this thing. It's all the way down there, and still you can only see me. Sinbad admits to New Jersey that Shazam Genie movie is real. What?
What?
Yeah, it's real because he just made it.
He was on 101.5.
He made it for April Fool's
For
Day.
college humor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom Brain,
It wasn't
tell
like
us about
real.
Mind Chow, please.
Mine show is a white and long-bodied Pokemon with a small head and small triangular ears. Its forehead has a purple spot adorning it, as well as a yellow one on its snout. It possesses a pair of long yellow-tipped whiskers.
Mom Brain, tell us about Mind Chow, please.
She did. She's trying to.
Yellow-tipped whiskers.
Which have split ends.
Oh,
like
gotta
dip
get
it
that
in.
fixed.
Its arms are almost completely covered by a large amount of fur that is
Dip
tipped
it
in
in
purple
pink
and split
bottles.
at the end. This arm fur is used as a weapon in battle and acts like a battle whip. Its torso has one purple ring of fur around its midsection. It also has purple fur at the bottom section of the torso, which resemble pants.
John Savage, can I bother you? Can you
Oh, surprise!
take
John
that
Savage,
camera,
special guest today.
move it more towards, like, move the base of the camera towards you? Yeah. Now turn it this way. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Great, perfect. Can I, like, harass you to move that a few times during the show?
I guess.
Thank you.
It's your birthday.
Go ahead.
I've been power washing outside all day.
That's what I came down and I said.
Herself.
Hey, Mom Brain, happy birthday! Now get outside and power wash
For
the
the real
patio.
mess.
I've been power washing my face.
It's very satisfying.
Power washing? Yeah, I imagine it is.
And
Yeah,
I-
blast the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Especially if you have like OCD or something.
And I like dug up a garden.
Please tell me you're writing stuff on the pavement though.
Yeah, baba booey, baba booey.
Like fart turds or something.
Did you dig up the garden with the power washer?
No,
Fart
that would
turds.
be pretty cool.
Happy
Yeah.
farts of July.
It's better than the other jokes I've heard today.
I like it.
Continue, please.
Resemble pins and its bottom paws are clawed. Has a long skinny tail that, like its paw fur, is dipped in purple and slit at its end. Mindchow is respectful and usually seen training with its trainer.
I know.
Excuse me. It's fighting is number 620. It's a fighting type. Its abilities include inner focus or regenerator. Its hidden ability is reckless. You're just as likely to find a male as you are a female. They're just a smidge over 4 feet tall and they weigh about 78 pounds.
I'm so sad.
Can you tell us a little bit about Mind Show?
Yeah, we had a glimmer of hope this week.
Oh, we didn't really.
We did for a little bit.
I mean, who believed that?
I did. You know who believed it? Enzo believed it. That's who. So, in the world of wrestling, Enzo and Cass have split up because Cass secretly beat up Enzo, was attacking him from behind and knocking him out, and they didn't know who was doing it. Found out that Cass was doing it. And then this week, Enzo's like, we got too rich of a history. You can't do this. We got unfinished business. We have to win the tag team belts before you split. And then he was like, all right, Enzo, you're right. Let's get back together and we'll win the tag team belts. And they like hugged each other and then they were walking up the ramp and celebrating and then Cass punched him in the back of the head.
Didn't see that coming.
Enzo didn't. Enzo has apparently never watched wrestling ever, even though he's a wrestler.
Could this hopefully mean a big push for Enzo?
No. I think it's Vitamin G and I were talking about that. We're pretty sure it means Enzo's going to disappear and Cass will get the push because Cass is everything that McMahon likes, like big, dumb,
Very thick neck.
very thin neck.
Enzo's got to be the best guy on the mic.
We were saying that Enzo will probably be like gone by SummerSlam. Like they just won't be doing anything with him. He'll be like the next 3MB or something like that. But so we can't do our 7 feet tall joke anymore because they're not together. So
Oh, really?
I'm sorry, it's over. It's over.
Apparently, you can't teach that.
Can you turn it a little bit this way? Great, perfect, wonderful. All right, Mom Brain.
What?
Well, let me say hi to everybody. The Name King Clown and Aloe Wolf and It's Trap and Spectre Bazaar and Jimmy Lots and Darkseid and SD Sick Hero. That's how he spells it. And Low Camp and SNES Mini and Josh and Turquoise Gold Scraper. Wow, that's a hell of a name. And James and Rachel and whoever else. Video Game Guru. Hello to everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Quick question though before we get started. Anyone in this here current room currently watching the live stream?
No, are you?
Man, bringing it back. Sorry, Mom Brain.
Guys,
Sorry.
you know,
I was power washing.
I'm 35
Birthday's
now,
over. No, birthday's over. It was yes. You're done.
So
Birthday's over.
I'll do things like that.
That's what young
Preach.
kids do.
Ugh.
This internet thing is so old school. I'm past it.
Nikki Hill is here.
Not about that life. Hi.
John Savage is here.
Hello.
Kirby's here.
Hey.
Mom Brain's here.
Yep.
I'm here. Who was that kid that I messaged you about? I forget his
don't know.
name.
I can look.
Oh, you still got it?
I got the yeah. I keep stuff.
Got a message about John the Savage from somebody that listens to / watches the podcast. Hello, Joe Shabadoo.
Well, maybe not. Oh, there it is. Well, it's probably his real name, so.
Oh, we'll just say Chase. There was a comment on last week's podcast on YouTube that says, "Whatever happened to John the Savage?" So I sent it to John the Savage.
Well, here he is. He's here.
I'm alive. And look, you asked where he is, and now he's right here. That's what you get. Just don't ask for like Do Michaels or PC or Donnie. They're not going to be around next week.
or John the Savage on a regular basis.
Well, no, they used up their one. That's it. So
Okay.
you can't be asked for anymore.
Oh.
Spectre says, "I miss dial-up internet just for the noise." I think you can just go on the internet and hear that
You
noise.
can go on
Yeah, I think
YouTube
so.
and listen to that for like 10
You
straight
can enjoy
hours.
high-speed internet with the sound of low-speed internet.
Could you imagine
Actually, I'm
us
gonna
doing
do that
this over a dial-up modem, and then like your mom picks up the phone and we just lose the whole stream?
Enjoy the podcast while it lasts. Well, think about that. Before all these charity things were live streaming and all that, we did one a million years ago on the internet. What we obviously weren't on dial-up, but wasn't as good as it is now, and that's mind-blowing.
We made hundreds.
I kind of
We made
wonder, like,
$3,000
I guess this
or
maybe
$5,000.
maybe
Made
dial-up
300.
contributed to
Oh God.
you know, like gamers playing solely at night,
Yeah.
being night owls,
Oh yeah.
because people don't call at night, so you wouldn't have to worry about getting interrupted.
That's
And your
true.
mom and dad
Kicked off your game.
don't need the phone.
I don't know.
I remember downloading the original Team Fortress, and
Oh my god, it's like music to my ears.
the original Team Fortress, I went to download it, and that was dial-up. And it told me it was going to take 2 days. I was like, well, I guess it's going to... And I downloaded it, and the first time it canceled out like a day into it. And I was like, well, got to start it again.
Gotta do it again, yeah.
And I actually did end up getting it.
Yeah, I remember those hour-long downloads for like 3 minutes long.
Rachel
Yeah,
says
just letting
also...
it sit.
Yeah, gotta let it sit.
Phone charges were less expensive in the evenings. That is true. Oh, my parents
Wow.
just got rid of their house line.
What?
They have gotten rid of their
Wow.
landline. I know. It's amazing. Listen to this.
End of an
This is
era.
my parents. They got rid of their landline, and they got rid of everything from Comcast but local channels. They now are subscribers to YouTube TV and Hulu Live TV.
How
They're
how,
like in the now.
how does Nintendo feel about them getting rid of that?
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know. Well, they still have Comcast for their internet, so
Okay,
I guess
all
that's
right,
okay.
All right.
That's a good point. I hadn't even thought to ask her about it. But yeah, they're like using a cell phone to change channels on the TV, and they set it up
What?
all on their
I don't even
own.
do that.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
were
that's
like,
a good
we got to
idea.
get rid of Comcast, because they were spending like $240 a month.
Oh,
and
yeah, it's
my dad's
insane.
like, we don't even watch anywhere near those channels. So I was like, well, YouTube Live TV and YouTube TV and Hulu Live TV are out, and here's the channels that they have. And they were like, oh, well, we'll give it a shot. So they gave it a shot. When I first told them about it, because they wanted to get rid of
give
cable.
Hulu a shot before getting rid of everything else? Or
Yeah,
did
because
just
they
jump
do.
in?
No, they do free trials. Both of them have a week free trial. But when I first told them YouTube TV had started, but Hulu hadn't started yet, it was about to start. So I'm telling them about YouTube, and there's certain channels they absolutely want. They're like, we need them, or we're not getting the service. They said, does it have Turner Classic Movies? They wanted a live stream of Turner Classic Movies. I was like, who's gonna get an on-demand service for that?
That's just your dad, right?
No,
No.
both of them.
Wow.
And here's the funny thing. Hulu Live TV came out with their list of channels, and that's one of them. And I was like, here you go, guys.
There you go,
Exactly what you wanted.
Didn't
Well-
your mom go through a period of time where she almost solely watched BET?
She still watches BET.
Yeah, there was like a period of time where she was like,
I don't know what she's watching on there. She loves like BET and Chiller.
Are they just showing like reruns of Moesha or something?
Moesha and Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
And Living
Oh,
Single.
man.
Living all my mom's favorite. What's a
Martin.
different world?
Oh yeah.
Parents left me. I used to watch that show. I don't know why, but I used to watch it.
It used to be, was it one of like the evening primetime shows or something?
Yeah, it came on after something. That's what it was. And I guess I was watching it because that must be it. I was watching it because my parents watch it. Now my mom still watches it. So, all right, let's talk about some Nintendo stuff because we got.
That's funny though.
It's a Trap says Hanging with Mr. Cooper has a great theme song.
Turner Classic Movies has.
Wait, there
Or
were
Hulu
I think
has.
there were like two different.
Didn't
theme
one of the
songs.
seasons just have like a real song as the theme
And
song?
one of them, like, wasn't it En Vogue?
Yes, yes.
Which, yeah,
Uh,
sing.
Had a
I
great
never
intro.
liked Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
No?
I've seen a lot of episodes and I didn't like it. Maybe I'd like it now. I don't know. Just like I didn't like
I
King of the Hill
I
when King of the
remember
Hill
liking
first came on, and now
Oh,
I really
yeah.
like it. So, because I'm old, I guess.
Yeah,
That's what happens.
You grew into the right demographic.
I know. I feel bad
Happens.
now, and it's funny how many people I talk to that are like, I didn't like it when I was a kid, but now I like it. I'm like, we're the reason the show died because we didn't give it a chance back then.
Just wait. After next month, you won't be in the prime demographic anymore.
After next month, I'll be saying, where is my Turner Classic movie?
My live stream of pre-programmed movies.
Yeah, I know.
I want to watch them on their time, not mine.
I tried to tell my dad. I was like, any of these movies you want to watch, you can pick out and watch on your own. And he's like, it's not the same. I want to put it on and see that there's something I don't want to see, and then I want to turn it off. That's what he said. I was like, so you want them to pick for you rather than you picking? He's like, yeah, I just
doesn't
like
want to have to be creative.
The logic,
I don't want to sing to the movie I want to see. I just want to be like, I'm not watching that garbage.
Well, sometimes maybe a movie will be put on that he would never think to turn on.
That is
You'll
true.
See something new.
Yeah, I
fresh.
gotta be honest. I kind of miss that sometimes. Just like when they would show like monster movie marathons on TNT or
Now you got
AMC or whatever.
Svengoolie every week.
That's true.
I've been seeing a lot of people talking about Svengoolie lately because he's reaching further than ever because that channel is now like a nationwide channel. Because like somebody in California was talking to me about watching Svengoolie, and I saw somebody else on Snapchat was watching Svengoolie. That's not around here. Whatever the name of that channel is.
Me.
Me TV, yeah. Which is like
It's like feel good.
it's like
I've seen it.
I don't even know how to describe what's on it. It's like Rorschach the Night Stalker and Columbo and Svengoolie and Happy Days. It's like Nick at Night just without like focus of comedy, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird channel. Hello, Andy the Zombie. All right, let's talk about some Nintendo stuff. Mom Brain,
Yes.
you want to talk about what we can talk about now?
Am I allowed to talk about everything?
Everything.
Okay. So on Thursday morning,
everything except that.
Thursday morning, I drove raw meat and myself into the city that never sleeps to visit Golan Harris's offices and play some Nintendo games.
What'd you play?
Play anything fun?
Well, I got to play.
Wait. Where'd you park?
In a parking garage a minute away from where we were supposed to go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Were you able to get your parking validated, or do you?
No, gotta pay.
I should have told you about the best parking app. I'm sorry, I didn't. We'll talk later.
She looked it up on Waze.
Well, I just wanted somewhere close by. I mean, it's literally like,
Conveniences, yeah.
smack dab in the middle of everything. Is it Park Ave?
It doesn't matter. We're
Anyway.
not talking about those details. Jesus.
So we got locked up in a room with like 5 different people who like worked for Nintendo or for Golan Harris. There was like
It's quite the setup.
somebody from the Treehouse, and then like
Was it a surprise escape room?
that's kind of what it felt like. And they all just sit and watch you play.
SD Sick Hero says, you seem so excited about it.
It was fun.
He's saying you don't seem
Hey,
excited.
she was power washed.
She's getting the job.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, all those things.
So we walked in and we were just in like a big old room, and we played Super Mario Odyssey, and I played New Donk City, the New Donk City level. We had a choice of 2 levels. Rami made me play first, so I played New Donk City. It was very easy to pick up. It was like there was no learning curve whatsoever. It was
I mean,
completely
you've
intuitive.
played other Mario games, so there's no learning curve for you.
Yeah, and I've had my hands on a Switch before.
This is
And
true.
what do they call the way I mean, it was just free Joy-Cons. Like they were just,
free-handed.
you know.
Freestyle.
Yeah.
Joy-Con freestyle.
So there were some motion controls where I could throw Cappy, you know, a couple of different
Oh,
ways.
God.
If
Hope
you
you
want
had a
to,
lanyard
because you
on.
don't have to.
They made me put the
Oh
wristbands
yeah,
on.
yeah. So, like she said, we were there, and someone from Treehouse, the Treehouse team, was there. Samantha from Treehouse, for people that are listening and watching that,
Who
watch Treehouse live.
Was
The one that
lovely.
had blue hair. I had kind of, when we walked in, I had kind of a freak out moment because that was a big deal.
Blue hair? How old is she?
Younger than
Our
us.
age or younger.
I think that
70.
means it was time.
Yeah, we opened the door and she was in there, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's a Treehouse person!" I had no idea they were going to be. It was like getting our own Treehouse live segment. Yes, it was Samantha, and she was super friendly. Like, you know, how you see her on the stream is how she is in real life, which was pretty cool. Very friendly, fun, joking around. But yeah, she gave you like the personal walkthrough for everything. SD Stick Hero wants to know if I hit on her. Did I hit on her? I don't think so.
I don't think you know how to do that.
How friendly? She
What?
like scratch your back while you're playing or something? That's friendly.
No, but she did stand behind me for a while, so she could have. She was in our back scratching reach.
Gross.
Every once in a while you're playing, you hear.
Anyway,
So I played that. I really enjoyed myself. I could have. I mean, it's
What'd you turn yourself into?
nothing.
why?
Like an electrical.
This is,
current.
yes.
An electrical current.
Yeah, but I didn't like take over somebody. I just, you know.
She took
electricity.
over electricity and she sped down a power line.
Seems like the best way to go.
They just let her wander around the city, so what she was doing was completely up to her. She just didn't.
So like the mayor asked me to
we're not supposed to say take over. We're supposed to. Oh, what?
You do it.
Encapsulate.
I think it's capture. Yeah, capture.
That's right.
Because the people are talking about how if somebody listening live can help me out. Everybody was saying it one specific way. When you throw Cappy at something and you take it over, people were calling it one thing, and Nintendo's like, no, it's not that. It's capturing them. Like people were saying, like
Takeover sounds too aggressive.
it's. I don't remember what it is. Somebody will help me out. But anyway, go ahead.
Decapitating them.
That's it.
correct. So like the mayor had me, you know, needed like musicians. So I was just like, while I was exploring, I was looking for musicians to kind of help her out. And I found like a little,
That's it.
what?
Trap and Aloe Wolf have it. It was possessing. People were saying that Cappy was possessing things, and Nintendo's like, no, it's not possessing. It's capturing. Capturing.
I found like a
Possessing is for
little
ghosts.
That's right.
tucked away hidden
Cappy is
spot
real.
and got to fart around in there. I enjoyed it. I had a fun time. I could see myself spending a lot of time, and they kept like reiterating the fact that it's supposed to be a really open world. It's supposed to feel really sandboxy. They want to like surprise you with things that you wouldn't think that you would see in a Mario game. And I thought that really, I mean, that was the experience that I had.
What did you guys see that you wouldn't expect in a Mario game?
Well, if you haven't been following Super Mario Odyssey, I would say real people. Because you walk around New Donk City and there's real people. They don't sound like real people. I
And
can
you're
tell
like
you that.
in the city.
They
and the
speak
cars are
English
going.
in their text bubbles, but when you hear them, they're like, "Hurry, great, walking like that, right?" Like Simish.
So I haven't been keeping up. What do they have, like normal human proportions?
Yes.
Or like Mario proportions?
No,
So like
normal
Mario's this little weird looking guy in the city with.
And
no
these are
clothes.
normal people, like guys walking around like business suits and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's weird.
Did you see a lot of reoccurring character models in just
In the
regular-
people?
Yeah.
There were a few of them, not like a ton, but you know, it's like everybody in New Donk City is dressed like fancy, so everybody's wearing like either a dress or like a business suit and
It's like New York
hat.
in the 50s.
yes, that's what it's like. Yeah, you got
People have pride in what they wear.
it.
So I had a lot of fun with that. I enjoyed myself, and if I hadn't run out of time,
Oh yeah, they only let us play until the demo ended. Like the demos are timed, so when the screen faded out,
But he
yeah,
took
it's
over
not-
the timer with Cappy.
Oh my
Should have thought
god!
of that. Should have thought of that.
Mom Brain rode a moped.
Yeah, I did. That's
She
right.
rode it sensibly too. There's like a moped in the city, and she got on it and like rode it down the street to her destination, and then got off. That was it.
Well, like I don't know, they're all watching me, and I got nervous.
What do you mean?
I don't think Nintendo would want me to like do anything too crazy.
There goes
You're
Mario.
playing.
Getting
They're
hit off a
letting you
moped.
play. They wouldn't be like, "Don't take the moped down that street."
But they were all watching.
Yeah, they were just watching, and I just wanted to try it, but
Yeah, I could see why that would feel like pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd feel.
I mean, like I've been doing it for a long time, but it's still pressure to like sit down with people involved with the game and watch and have them watch you play.
Well,
yeah.
and it's like I'm in this special position to get this advanced play. I need to be a competent gamer.
right, take that right. I had diarrhea the
I
whole
will
time I was there. My
100
stomach was like.
I will 100% say that Mom Brain did an excellent job.
Thank you.
Very good. Didn't die once. Navigated all the areas she went to perfectly. With a little, you're a little hesitant in some areas, but
No
you did a great job.
hezzy.
No,
But
okay.
Samantha is very
Here's
encouraging and reassuring.
that's what happens when you're playing games. It happens, and I don't think about it until I'm with, like, in a situation like that, and then I remember that that's what they do. They're so like supportive. It's like when a kid first starts learning to tie their shoes, like you don't want to like hurt their feelings. You're like, no, you're doing great. That's you're almost there. Like that's the way they are. And I'm like,
They were patronizing.
don't patronize me.
When you go to an event like this, do you bring your own Cool Wet Rag, or do you just assume that they're going to be there available?
Yeah, no, I hope that I don't need one.
Like we were in like a small room and there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in there. So 6 people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there were 6 people in there. That's true.
Yeah, it was, and they're all watching you and like thinking about what you're saying.
Oh, you're the only ones playing, and there's 6 people
Yes.
like watching you.
Yes.
Well, I was one of the 6, but I was watching. Yes.
You're also probably the most critical of those.
I'm always watching.
I didn't say too much, did I?
I didn't say anything encouraging, did
I
I? So what else?
She took over. She also took over something else that she didn't
She
say.
didn't take anything over.
She captured something else.
What else did I capture?
Manhole cover.
Oh yeah,
What the
I like
hell?
captured it and then I moved it and then I went down the manhole.
Yeah.
Oh, clever.
Into a secret world with. Oh, that's where your demo ended.
Did
You
the
ran
music-
out of time there.
Does the music change then?
Yes.
Mhm.
Because you go into the sewer and it doesn't take you into a sewer. It takes you into like an alternate Mario universe. So she was in this portion that had like revolving blocks, and there were 5 moon pieces that you had to collect to get 1 moon. So you used Cappy to like smack the walls and spin it around to collect the pieces. It's like a puzzle that you have to shift pieces around to get everything. So she was trying to do that, and then her demo ended. Did you meet Toad?
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
So
you
wait,
seeing Toad.
so manholes are the equivalent to just regular
Pipes in New Donk City, sure.
right? But it's the
Uh,
same thing as like Galaxy. You're on the surface of a planet. You go down a pipe, and inside there's like a contained room.
Well, I
where you
can't.
do something.
Yeah, I can't say that there's not regular like Super
Right.
Mario pipes, but in this instance, yes, she
In
went
New
down
Donk City,
that, and
yes.
like it doesn't make the noise or anything. But yes, it took her to a different place like that. It wasn't like Mario fell down into crap water or anything like that. It was much better than that.
Surfing
Although
down-
I've
It's
never
just
been.
all raw
I've
sewage
never
down
been.
there.
Yeah, I've never been down a manhole in New York City, so I don't know if there's something else down there
It's a
besides
whole level
feces.
of like surfing down the sewer in one of those giant
Like,
balls of butt wipes.
Yeah, come on,
Fabrics?
you're a smart guy.
What are those?
What do they call those giant things in the
It's like
sewers?
a fatberg or something. isn't
Yes,
it?
that's what it is, a fatberg. You're right. Delicious fatberg. Is there anything else you want to say about your Mario time?
I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to really playing it.
So she did do.
Oh, and they did discuss multiplayer mode being something that was like you could help each other out. Like it wasn't like
Yeah,
you know,
one can play as Cappy and one can play as Mario,
Right.
and you can work together. Yes, and both of you have control over the camera, so you can harass each other if you want, or you can work together. But yeah, so like you could be like, I want to jump over here, but I can't reach it, and whoever's playing as Cappy could move over there, and then you can bounce off of Cappy to get to there. So I played the desert section. I forget what the desert is called, but I played the desert section. And I wandered around and took on like the first mission that they were specifically telling me about. I was reaching the highest height in the desert. So I ran around there and I talked to those like Day of the Dead guys and collected some of those purple coin things. And it's like little, like, you know, brightly colored skeletons with like sombreros and ponchos on and stuff. And they're telling me about how the desert's in trouble.
Rip off here.
And this portion, yes.
That
definitely.
portion, the fact that in New Dunk City, there's the mayor is looking for a bunch of musicians, and you have to go find them.
It's Mayor Pauline. She has a name. So
Pauline Shore?
Pauline Shore, yes. So I played the desert section, and I went into in the desert section, there's certain pipes you go into that turn the game into old school 2D. So like you'll go into a pipe that goes into the side of a wall, and Mario pops out like 8-bit style, and you run alongside the side of the wall and like dodge bullet bills and stuff like that.
That's like some of the Metroid Prime, like
yeah, morph ball puzzles,
Morph ball,
yes.
yeah.
Except there, you know, it still looks
3D.
Yeah, 3D. Yeah. This is you know, you're on a wall that's in a 3D setting, but Mario comes out 8-bit.
Wait, like hieroglyphics?
Sure. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It looks 8-bit, like it looks like old school Mario. That's what it looks like. Except like you're on. So there's like this spiral building in the desert, and you come out on the side of it 2D, and everything's 8-bit. And as you're running along, the camera moves around the outside of the spiral. So it's really cool.
So yeah, I think maybe what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hello, Bacon Bits.
All I think is desert and like pyramids.
No, oh boy, you didn't.
But almost like a drawing on the.
Yeah, it kind of sounds
Yeah.
like Link Between Worlds or something.
Yes, that's a good example. And I captured a bullet bill, and I was flying around as a bullet bill through hoops and stuff. And you can break open blocks, and you can obviously hit enemies if you want. I also captured a Goomba and was running around as a Goomba. I captured, I'm sure you saw him if you were watching Treehouse Live, I captured the, I don't know what they're called, like the Easter Island heads. I don't know what they're specifically called. They're the guys from this Super Mario Land. They're back,
Yeah,
but
I forget what they're called too.
you take them over and they walk really slowly, but they also wear sunglasses. And when you flip the sunglasses down, they can see special platforms that other people can't see, and you can like run around to look at all of them. But they can't jump because they're so big and heavy. So like you look at hidden platforms with that guy, and then you come back out as Mario, and then you run over on those platforms and collect stuff. So there's all kinds of different things to explore. I did like, my section was really heavy on platforming, which you said you were happy you didn't have to do.
Yes.
Because I had to climb all the way up to the top of a tower, and then I was riding platforms across to another section of the desert. And there's those, Kirby, you've played Galaxy. In Galaxy, there were those, I don't know, they were like little circular metal things that would shoot out a big red beam, like a big red circle beam that would go. Those things are in this, and I was riding on platforms through the air, and they were shooting out beams to try and knock me off the platform. And there were things in the air that I could hit with Cappy, and Cappy would quickly turn into them to collect coins, but I don't remember what they were. Just like things floating in the air, if you hit them, then the thing would like zap across the ground or zap across the air and pick up a whole bunch of coins. So there's extra stuff to do while you're running around through the air here. So I took those platforms over to a new section where the stone guy was, and I ran around as him and collected some stuff and was exploring that, and then my demo session was over. So
now, if you take over a Goomba, can you go to private Goomba Society meetings, or do they have like union meetings or something?
I don't know. Our demo session was very short, so I don't know. I have to wait for the full game to find that one out. I mean, it doesn't sound like it'd be a lot of fun, but
these games sound like they're involving a lot more like just choose your own adventure. I don't know. Like the fact that she took over a manhole cover. You can take over anything, capture anything.
Not everything.
Could she have captured the
street itself?
the scooter instead of driving the scooter? Could she become the scooter?
I don't know.
Like
She jumped on
it. Just
it.
overwhelms me. There's too many options. Same thing with the new Yoshi game where you go back behind the scenes and like in and out, hide and find.
Yeah, but like I said, in Odyssey, you go at your own pace and you go however you want to go, and it's not like there's the end of a level. Like in Yoshi, I feel there's more pressure because there's an end of a level. It's like 1-2, 1-3. You go through, you miss stuff, you have to go through it again. In Odyssey, there's nothing that takes you out of the level, which is something they stressed when we played. Like Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64, Super Mario
stuck in a level, bro.
Galaxy. Like when you get a shine or a star or whatever you get, when you collect it at the end of the level, it takes you out of the level and then you go back in to do another challenge. With Odyssey, you collect a moon and it says you got a moon, and then the game just picks right back up right there. Then you go wherever you want after that. You don't get bumped out of the level anymore. So you just explore for as long as you want.
I just feel like I'm going to spend 20 hours in one place and be like, man, this game's fun, but
Well,
where's the end? And it's like, there's 12 other worlds!
There is the spaces aren't like absolutely huge. They are very big, but they're more specifically, they're jam-packed with stuff to do, which is like an approach with Zelda. While Zelda's map is absolutely huge, there's still stuff to do everywhere. It's not like there's big expanses of absolutely nothing of interest. Odyssey is not
worse.
Odyssey is not that big. It is more compact, but it's full of things to do. I think they said like some levels have anywhere between 30 to 50 moons to get alone, like just one level in and of itself. We don't know how many moons there are overall, but yeah, you know, I like all the Mario games. This one's really exciting because there's so much to do, and it's harkening back to 64 style stuff where like you were rewarded more for exploration, like, oh, maybe I could go into that hole, or maybe I could climb up over there and, you know, go do things that you wouldn't normally do in a Mario game, basically. Like if you fall in the hole, you might not die. You could find a secret down there.
Like if I take over a certain person out of all the people in New Donk City, can I go back to their house and just kick my feet up on their couch? Check out what's in their fridge.
I don't know. I don't know. We had a limited amount of time with the
Go in
demo.
their fridge and it's like, oh, mushrooms. And he throws it on the ground and jumps on it. But they're mushrooms to eat. You know?
That's what his
He
wife
doesn't
is
know-
saying.
he doesn't
Honey,
know
those are
better.
mushrooms to eat.
Yeah.
It's me, Mario. All right, you want to talk about the only other thing you played then?
What was the last thing we played?
I know.
Are you saving the best for last?
I don't know what you're talking about. No, I figured we'd talk about what you played so you could talk and be done.
Because I'm done listening to you. You're a jerk.
You're a real jerk.
Why would you do that?
Then we finished up playing a little Splatoon 2,
Ooh, split
and we played
tune.
we played Salmon Run.
He's still pushing that.
Yes, Mom Brain, who has played 0.1% of the original Splatoon, jumped right into Splatoon 2, into the brand new mode that wasn't even in the first game. She was playing Salmon Run. And Salmon Run is what I'm most excited about for this game because it is the exact type of mode that we like. It's like a horde mode in a game where like a wave of enemies come and you defeat all those enemies and then the next wave comes in. That's what this is like, but it's got an objective on top of that.
So wait, so why do they call it salmon? Like because you're like a bear standing at a waterfall. catching
Let me
salmon?
tell you.
This guy doesn't know anything about Splatoon.
So
I don't.
in
Never played
Splatoon 2 Salmon Run mode, you join up with 3 of your friends,
Hold
real
on,
life.
hold on.
You can play
In
locally.
Splatoon, you're a squid kid.
That is true.
You're
Okay.
a kid now.
You can play
You're a
locally.
squid now.
So
You can do
it's-
local
So it's
multiplayer.
aquatic fish, but it's more about paint, not all water.
You can do local multiplayer, or you can do online multiplayer with voice chat. And what you do is there's waves of enemies coming in, and the enemies are salmonoids, I think they're called. So they're like freakishly mutated salmons. And
Normal salmon are pretty ugly.
well, these are real ugly. And they're trying to stop your team. And what your objective is to obviously fight the waves back. but also more importantly, you're trying to get salmon eggs, and when you kill certain salmon bosses, their eggs are left behind, and you have to collect them and bring them back to like a containment unit. So each wave of the horde will say like, to pass this level, you have to get 3 salmon eggs. To pass this level, you have to get 5 salmon eggs. And you can only get them from bosses. Like certain enemies will drop them when they die, and then you have to physically go pick them up. So while we were all playing, it's like complete insanity while you're playing because you have to talk to each other. Nintendo says you don't have to. They say, because you can play it online with strangers, but it's much easier if you're talking to people. So that's what we were playing, 4-player. It was me, Monbrain, Samantha, and Krista from Nintendo Minute. We were all playing. And we got into the mode and we started, and I know she's never played Splatoon before, and we were all playing handheld mode on the Switch, so it was a combination of traditional controls and motion controls too. So we got in, we died the first round, but I said, let's give it another go. We jumped in, and each round has 3 waves. So we had to collect, what was it? Like three eggs the first round, 5 the next, and 7 or 8 the last. So. We had difficulty on 15%. Difficulty goes up to 100%, and then there's a multiplier for ×2. So basically, difficulty goes up to 200%. And I think the highest the dev team has been able to cooperate on was like 40% or something like that. But we did 15% on our second try, and we managed to do it. We did the second round, we got into it. We got into our jobs. So, you
knew what you had to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's all about the communication. So, like, they'd be like, all right, the wave of enemies is coming in on the beach. So you go down to the beach and take those out. And then somebody's like, the boss is over here. So, a couple people will run over there and go take out the boss. And the good thing is, if you die, you can be revived by one of your partners as long as the partner is still alive. So when you die, you turn into you drown in like the ink, and a life raft or a life preserver comes up, and one of your partners can run over and revive you and pull you out of the ink, which is really helpful because it gets really hectic. But it's just so much fun. Like that mode is going to be a blast to play with our friends because it's the type of stuff that we like to do in games like that, like Halo or something like that, but with an added objective. It's not just kill all the enemies. It's, hold back the enemies and get the eggs, and you need to hit a certain limit to move on to the next wave. I really liked it a lot. I think it was a ton of fun.
I had fun. I enjoyed myself. I could see us really having a good time with that.
Yeah, there was a lot of laughing and yelling and, just how it is when we play that stuff. That's how it was with them. So we really got into it, but it was really, really cool. I'm really excited to get into it more because I really liked what we played. And, there's nothing else to really talk about as far as, it plays like Splatoon, so everybody knows that already. You shoot ink, you travel around inside your own ink, and that's how you
use the motion controls
to aim. Yeah, you you refill your ink tank with the ink that's on the ground. So as long as it's your color, you can refill your ink tank, and also you travel faster in your own ink. So you spray out your color ink.
Boy, that's the truth.
And then instead of running across the ink, you can sink down into it and swim through it. But the enemy also has a different color ink, and that's how you die. If you get hit with too much of that ink, you die. So you're okay in your own ink. You get killed by the other ink. And you're constantly painting the level to your advantage to get where you need to go faster, and they're trying to cover it up. It was a lot of fun. Really liked it. And that comes out really soon. We're less than a month away. It's in July. It comes out July. I forget when. It starts the end of July, but very soon. So I'm excited for that. We didn't get to play anything else in that game. They only had Salmon Run mode, so I didn't get to check out any of the new single-player content. Because Splatoon's single-player, the hero mode, was fantastic. I really loved that. And Splatoon 2 has a brand new hero mode as well. So what's going on there?
Just showing them salmon run.
Swallowing as you swim. So that's all that you played.
Yeah.
So after we played Super Mario Odyssey, a couple representatives from Ubisoft came in, and they were showing us Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. And they said, "Who wants to play?" And I was like, "Mom, Brain, do you want to play?" And she was like, "Oh, no." Because I don't know if you were just scared to play in general or you knew what type of game it was. So I had to play that. Now, I suck at strategy games. I'm terrible. When I play them, I take a very long time to play them, and I really take a lot of time to plan stuff out as far as what I want to do. But in this setting, you can't do that. Like, you gotta go. And they're throwing a lot of, like, it's a new game. Like, Super Mario Odyssey. Okay, I know how to play Mario game. I can get in there and play, no problem. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is a strategy game that's brand new. So, like, I know basic mechanics, but you can't jump right into it because you got to learn controls and stuff like that. So I played that, and I really liked that too. It's just that's very hard to play in that type of setting. Like,
you basically let them tell you what.
Because it's all strategy, yeah, and they only have so much time to get you through it. So they, for the most part, tell you how to approach things. But my favorite part was that they were telling me how to take on a boss battle because they put me right into a boss battle. And they got one of my characters killed, so I didn't feel so bad. They got Rabbid Peach killed. But yeah, you know, it's if you are familiar with XCOM, that's what this is like. It's XCOM, but Mario and Rabbids together. It's a lot of fun, but it's very deep. There's lots of strategy to it. There's all different ways to approach situations. You have all different power-ups, like you have team moves where Mario can, or let's say where Rabbid Peach can run over to Mario, and Mario lays on the ground and launches her with his feet so she can travel a further distance to get to an enemy. You can run up and actually like physically like slide kick an enemy instead of shooting them. And that lets you double up on a move. So if you're just moving somewhere and you're going to cross the path of an enemy, you can slide kick them on the way there and then turn around and shoot them afterwards. So you get 2 attacks instead of 1. Your weapons do all different kinds of damage, like fire damage and pushback damage and electricity. There's stuff on the ground that will do different environmental damage too. Like there's big fire blocks that when you shoot them, they explode into different things. There's power-ups that there's abilities that characters get. So like Rabbid Peach, I think, had a health ability that would anybody in a certain range would get a boost in health from her. And Mario had it's something like second sight. I don't remember what it's called. But Mario, if an enemy moves into range, even when it's not his turn, he will turn towards them and take a shot at them. There's destructible cover. So like if you're hiding behind like traditional Mario brick blocks, they can be shot and destroyed eventually. So if you're behind cover, it won't last forever because it can get shot down. Yeah, it's super deep and engaging. It's a lot of fun. And it's one of those games where it's not really good for a timed demo session because it's something you're supposed to sit and take your time with. So I'm really excited to play because I liked what I played, but yeah, we had to like blow through it. And it was like, here, this is how you play the game. Okay, go here. This is how you do these things. Okay, here's a boss. You got to take on a boss. And I'm like, whoa. But I made it through the whole demo. So
when it comes to Rabbids, I think they should be fun and reckless, not thinking out.
No, they are. They make a point of showing you that stuff as you go along. Like as you're wandering around the environment, there's spots where you can stop to see what the rabbits are doing.
The Ubisoft people kept going, and then here's another weird thing.
There was one section where 2 rabbits were just standing on a platform by themselves, punching each other in the face and laughing. So like one would punch the other one, and he'd get knocked out on the ground, and then he'd wake up and laugh, and they'd both laugh, and he'd get up and go punch the other one.
Maybe that's the reason we have problems with kids in middle school.
Because of Rabbids?
Yeah.
No, it's Minions.
Don't kids do the exact same thing?
Kids
Punch each other in the head?
No, they're doing Space Monkey or whatever.
It definitely doesn't predate any of this other stuff.
Punching has never existed before the
never.
Rabbids game. No, what are kids? Kids are having sex now. They're donkey punching each other.
they're dabbing and
kids don't have time for punching. They're dabbing and fidget
spinning. Yeah.
Well, fidget spinning. This is I get to bring this up again. Fidget spinning is related to the Lord. Did you hear about that?
Oh, the Trinity thing. Yeah, I saw it a few weeks ago. That's pretty amazing.
It's so good. Apparently,
it makes sense to me now.
I'll look it up on my own.
Right?
Some churches are getting in on the fidget spinning craze, and parts are against it and parts are for it, or whatever. They're showing like fidget spinners are like the Holy Trinity, and when you spin them, it becomes one God.
I'll show them. I have it here. Pretty.
I just like the idea of a kid being in church, like Sunday school, and having no idea like what God is or anything about it, and they're showing it through a fidget spinner. And he's like, "Oh, I get it now." Here you go.
I get it now.
So yeah, I played
That makes
Rabbids.
sense to me.
That was
We got it
fun.
now. We know.
Really
We're
excited for
blessed.
that. The Ubisoft people we were with were wonderful. They were super
lovely.
friendly, really nice,
One
funny.
Mikey
That
was
one
there.
god gets you through avoiding a whole lot of stuff in your life.
We had a lot of fun with. I had a lot of fun the whole time, but with them in particular because they seemed really like. I think all the demo people are used to people that like don't talk.
Well, so
And
in
I'm
the
just like,
room across from us
Hmm.
was a mother with two young children.
What? How did she get invited?
I don't know who she was.
It's probably a mommy blogger.
They knew Krista,
That's
you know,
what I
probably.
thought, right?
She's like a gluten-free mommy blogger. Yeah.
Hope she's listening.
Who doesn't vaccinate?
Thanks for inviting us, Nintendo.
And
Here we are
anti-vaxxer.
bad mouthing people
Hi, Ellen.
the thoughts that you're hearing are of mom brains, not mine. She made it very clear multiple times that she hates children over
I did.
there.
I was like, I'm a teacher on summer vacation.
Get
I'm
invited
gonna
to an
run with
event.
them."
We're not even there 5 minutes, and she's like, "Boy, I hate kids. Keep me away from those kids." And I was like, "Can you please dial it back a little bit?"
They're
And we go into a
right
room by
there.
ourselves, and she's like, "Oh, thank God we're not with those kids. Boy, I hate kids. I'm a teacher." And I'm like, "Please stop!"
It's so rough to be on summer vacation
And have to look at those
and to
things.
be
She
around children.
didn't. She was talking about them in a room that didn't even have them. We spent, I'm going to say, 85% of our time in a room without kids.
It was nice.
And then the one room we went to that had kids, the kids left.
Probably because
I
there.
heard
But I
you-
was
Yeah,
like,
they're like, "This lady's going to kill these kids. We gotta
Class
get them out."
after class of ugly children.
Anyway, go ahead.
and they were playing. We had the opportunity to play FIFA, but we were like, no thanks.
No, I wanted to get in all the first party stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I was like, I don't want to play FIFA. It was like, I'm here to play
Right.
the first
But
party
it
stuff.
felt as though like those like that's the kind of people they're used to. Like, you know, little kids who are like, "Wah!" and like people who are just
I'll
like,
tell you who
cool,
they're used
Nintendo!
to. No, they're used to people like from
Watch your mouth.
the New York Times. They're used to outlets that don't play games.
Fake
So when they
news.
sit you down, they have to give you the whole spiel of how to play and
Failing New
everything
York
like that.
Times.
And they have to be like, "This guy in the red, this is Mario. He's
The
been in a
failing
million
New York
games,"
Times.
stuff like that. But with us, like, we can play and
So
talk
sad.
and interact like normal people. So I think we had a lot of fun. But the Ubisoft people, yeah, were very friendly. We had a lot of fun with them. So I played that. And then what did I play after that? Did I play Metroid?
Mhm.
So I played Metroid. Is that the only other thing I played?
Metroid.
Samus Returns.
Played Metroid Samus Returns.
They were like-
Samus Returns.
So we have this,
To
this,
Metroid
this,
2?
this, and we have Metroid. And he's like, I want to play Metroid.
I said, "I'm not going to lie. I want to play Well, she was like, "We have Pokken Tournament DX." And I was like, "I played it on the Wii U. Like, I think I got the idea of what that is." She said, "We have FIFA." And I'm like, "I'm not going to be the one to best judge a FIFA game. Like, it's going to be a waste of their time and mine." And they said, "We have Metroid." And I said, "I'm going to be honest. I want to play Metroid the most," which they expected anyway. So I played Metroid Samus Returns, which is coming to the 3DS. And it's made by Nintendo and Mercury Steam, who did Castlevania, oh boy, Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate, yes, on the 3DS. Boy, is it really good. It's so good.
And the
I've
3D
heard
is
really
very
positive
good.
impressions about it, and I got to go hands-on with it. It's really good. The animation is really well done. It's got a really fluid feel to it, and there's a few little twists that make it feel, it feels like it brings the series like to 2017. It feels like it makes some tweaks that really make for a better experience. So now, like, there's a button, you can hit the L button and Samus will plant her foot and you have free aim, like, I guess it's 180-degree aim to take out enemies. So instead of like trying to run and shoot enemies at the same time, if there's a lot of stuff going on or stuff flying above you, you can plant your foot and just stand there and directly aim without moving, which is awesome. It felt so much better. So it's easier to like focus on enemies that are coming from above and stuff like that, rather than like trying to run or accidentally trying to stand still and running and shooting.
It took a long enough time. But
I know.
Samus can finally put her foot down.
Yes. Well, after Metroid Other M, she wants to put her foot down. And then there's also, which was kind of in Other M, but not implemented the same way. She has a melee attack now. So if an enemy is like gunning right for you, like sometimes some of the enemies that fly will see you and like bolt for you right away, and she can take her arm cannon and smack them, so she can like smack them away and then aim and shoot them. It's really cool. They also have a new ability which they stressed you don't have to use it if you don't want to, and it's basically them saying we know today that gamers are babies, so we're giving babies something to use. But for people that have been playing Metroid and don't want to use it, you don't have to. There's an ability that you need to charge up, but when it's charged, you turn it on and it sends out a burst. And this burst will show you any blocks in the area that can be broken with a shot. So you don't have to find them on your own. You're like, oh, I see this room, or like you see like an energy tank, and you're like, I have no idea how to get that. So you can turn on this burst and use it once, and it'll show you, here's a couple blocks that can be broken, stuff like that. But you don't have to use it.
To be fair, though, like, given all the scanners that Samus's suit has had in the
Oh,
past,
yeah, it fits. Yeah,
it fits.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, it definitely fits in the game. But they, like I said, when we were playing, Samantha made a point to say, because she knew we were talking about how I played the original Metroid 2. This is a remake of that. She made a point to say, we know Metroid hasn't been like this, and it's about exploration. If you don't want to use this, you don't have to. So during the course of my gameplay, I got the morph ball, which you don't start off with, and I also got the charge shot.
Wow, you're like almost at the end.
I got the scanner, whatever it's called. It's got a special name. I forget what it's called though. I got missiles. And then the bottom screen has a map, which obviously wasn't in Metroid 2 all the way back then. And Metroid 2 was my first Metroid game, and it was very difficult because everything looked the same, because it was on Game Boy first off, and it could only do so much, and it got really confusing. And this is like, it's basically a brand new game. I know it's based off Metroid 2, and it's a remake of Metroid 2, but it looks and plays and sounds like a brand new game. The music in one portion of the game was a remix of the theme from Metroid 2, which was really cool to hear. The 3D, and I know this sounds like a marketing line, and they said it to me, and I was like, yeah, whatever. The 3D is the best 3D I've seen on 3DS by far. Samantha was like, really? Like, the 3D is amazing. She said, I think it's like some of the best implementation they've done. And I was like, oh, whatever. The 3D was on, so I was going to play with 3D. It was amazing. Like, the level of depth that I think it works so well because it is a 2D game in 3D. So like you can see so far back into caves, and like when you're on the surface of the planet, you can see way off into the distance with the mountains and stuff. It looked really cool. I was super impressed with that.
I think the 3D is so good because it's a 2D game.
So yeah, like everything I played there, I wanted to keep playing, but I think I might have wanted to keep playing Metroid the most just because it's been so long since we've had a quote-unquote new Metroid. I know this is a remake, but man, it felt good. It played good. The animation was smooth. Everything controlled really well. The combination of the foot plant and the melee move made combat a lot more fluid. I did a boss battle.
Can you plant your foot and just melee?
Yeah, you could do that if you want to. Yeah. I mean, not every enemy's going to fly at you, but yes. It's got all the stuff where Samus can, like, shoot out portions of a wall so she can jump into the air and grab onto a ledge and then turn around and shoot something else and then jump over to that ledge. And yeah, it's a 2D Metroid. And like I said, even if you've played Metroid 2, this feels completely new, unless I guess you played Metroid 2 like a year ago. I don't know, maybe it will be more familiar then. But they've done so many tweaks to the gameplay, and the landscape looks completely different. Like, it looks and plays very different. It's really good. And that comes out, what? September? October? When does that come out? Somebody know?
Oh, I didn't even know there was a release date.
Oh, yeah. Oh, September 15th. It comes out September 15th. So everything we played was really good. Like, I like Nintendo. He likes everything Nintendo, blah, blah, blah. But this batch of stuff was, like, really top-notch stuff. Like, this is going to be a big holiday for Nintendo. This stuff was really good. Like I said, it's been a while since we've had a Metroid, so it's nice to get one. Yeah, they all were awesome, and we don't have to wait long for a few of them. Splatoon is out this month. Odyssey is in October. Metroid is in September. Mario plus Rabbids is in August. So it's not like we're waiting long for these games.
Isn't that what they said was going to happen?
That's, as Reggie says, his new favorite phrase is a steady cadence of content. Says it in every goddamn interview.
It needs a thesaurus.
As Reggie says, he says it all the time now. I told you so.
His thing is steady cadence, and in every interview he's done since the beginning of time, he starts off almost every sentence by saying, you know, well, you know, and then he goes into a spiel. But yeah, we had a great time. So thanks to Nintendo for having us in. Oh yeah, we got to check out the SNES Classic Edition. We didn't get to play it. We weren't allowed to play it, but we got to see it
touch it
in real life. We got to touch it. We got to hold it. We got to pick it up, caress it, cradle it, taste it.
We talked about how cute it was.
Yes, so
it looks very cute.
It is.
I had my original Super Nintendo with me, so we brought it in to get comparison pictures next to the SNES Classic Edition. And Krista was like, "Oh my God, this is the first time I've seen the SNES Classic Edition next to the original Super Nintendo." So they were talking all about that, and she was joking that they forgot to put the sticker on the back of the system, because on the back of the Super Nintendo it has like the repair number. Yeah. It's got like Mario with the screwdriver, and they're like, "Oh, we forgot to put that sticker on the new system." And they were talking about how they should bring back the Nintendo hotline. They were like, "We should have the hotline back so like people could call it, like just for a limited time," which is something they've done before. And they were saying they still have people that work at Nintendo now who originally did the hotline, so they're like, let's just get them to do it again. But yeah, I mean, if you've seen the NES Classic Edition, you know what to expect here. This thing's super tiny. It's super light. The only real big difference is they wanted to retain the look of the Super Nintendo, and the Super Nintendo had controller ports that looked very differently from what the controller ports on the the NES controller ports and the basically Wii controller ports, the Wii connector port, are close enough in design that they didn't change the look of the front of the NES Classic Edition. But on the Super Nintendo, the controller ports were like long, oval style ports, and they didn't want to ruin that design look. So on the Super Nintendo Classic Edition, it still looks like that, but you actually pull that part down to plug in the Super Nintendo controller, because it has a different it has the same connector as the NES Classic Edition, or the the nunchuck connector. It's all the same thing. And Super Nintendo Classic Edition comes with 2 controllers instead of 1. So, because there's a lot of 2-player games in there.
Do you know how, or did you get to see how long the cords are?
The cords are 5 feet long. NES Classic Edition controller cords were 3 feet long, so they have extended them. I believe they're a foot less than the Super Nintendo cord was.
Smaller system, longer cord.
That's right.
That's
what?
Crazy. No, because I remember somebody
Oh,
was
the
saying,
whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, with the NES Classic, that they couldn't go longer because it would create a latency or
a noticeable lag. Well, I don't know if they've gone in there and changed things or not, but they're still not as long as the original Super Nintendo controller cords were. So, I don't know if they're just really pushing the controller to its limits as far as data backup transfer, but we'll see. But yeah, feeling and holding a new Super Nintendo controller was crazy, because, any ones you have are 25 years old.
They're normal size?
No, it's normal size. Same exact size. Same exact dimensions.
That would be very
longer cord, much smaller controller. So yeah, we got to hold that. I wish we could have played it, because I want to play Star Fox 2, but we can't do that. So
yeah, so that was previously unreleased worldwide.
Star Fox 2 has never been released ever officially by Nintendo.
Yeah, when I heard that was going to be on the system, I was like, what?
Yeah. So there was a ROM that was leaked many years ago, which people have played and tweaked and stuff like that. But this is like the first official release of the game ever in Nintendo's history anywhere. So, I mean, I would pay $80 just for that game, because you've never gotten that game ever before. But yes, it's that game plus 20 others, plus 2 controllers. And that comes out, I don't know, September? I don't remember.
It's so hard to get.
That's all right. I'm like,
yes, it is going to be hard to
I
get.
wish I could get excited, or more excited, but yeah, I know it's going to be like such a pain.
Official pre-orders have not opened in the States. We don't know if there's going to be pre-orders, but if there are, you still have a chance. I mean, I will if you really want to get one, I'll certainly help you out and let you know as soon as things go on sale.
I also kind of wish they had an option to get like the
pre-order
or like the European version.
Oh, because the European one looks, the European Super Nintendo looks much different
It
than
looks
ours.
a lot sleeker.
It's definitely nice. Ours is ugly, yeah, without a doubt. I've always thought our Super Nintendo was ugly compared to theirs.
You know, ugly in like an endearing way. But
yes. Now endearing, yes.
purple and gray.
Even their controllers are nicer looking because they have colors on them, and
Yeah,
ours
that's
don't.
right.
Ours are just the purple and the grays. But yes, I know. I saw some people were worried. They were thinking the Super Nintendo controllers for the SNES Classic Edition didn't have the same style buttons as the original Super Nintendo, which was convex and concave. But yes, I can confirm the buttons are the same. X and Y and B and A are different style buttons like they used to be. Will it turn yellow, Wally? I don't know. Mine is not yellow. Mine never yellowed, but I didn't
Really?
have it by like a window or anything.
Mine did
so-
neither.
Oh, see, there's another one. They even pointed that out when I brought it in. They were like, "Oh, and it's not yellow." I was like, "Yeah,
Must have been the New Jersey batch.
I guess." Yeah, right. Our air
Mine
is
got pretty
either
yellow.
less toxic or more toxic.
It's full of plasticizers. Right from,
So again, thanks Nintendo for having us in. We had an awesome time,
We did. They were very welcoming.
and as always, it makes the wait much harder for this stuff. Like everything we played, I want to play more of, but not until later. All right. Well, that took up all the news time, so we're not doing news. Let's talk about now that we talked about what we played. Let's talk about what we played. Did anybody play anything they want to talk about? Oh, okay. No, nothing. Okay.
Played Mario Kart and Zelda. That's what I've been playing.
Did you get
on
the
my
DLC
Switch.
for Zelda?
I just downloaded it today.
So I downloaded. Well, are you done talking about what you played?
I guess.
I downloaded the DLC as well.
I'm talking about what I played. Look at this guy. He's just talking about what he
I'm
played
going to
the whole
talk
time.
about what he's talking about.
But from your perspective.
Did you play the whatever it's called,
Standard.
Trial of the Sword?
No, I downloaded it when I was because I wanted to download it before I left to come up here today.
Yeah.
So I opened it up. The only thing I looked at was the hero's path because I
Oh,
really
okay.
wanted to see where I've
Your
been on the
footsteps,
map.
yeah. That tracks what it's like the last 200 hours. or
So
something.
everywhere I've been is covered.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy. And for my mom, it would not be covered because she's at 330 hours. I was talking, so Krista at Nintendo, I see a lot, and I talked to her about my mom playing the game before. And this time I saw her, we were talking about it more, and I said, yeah, she's at 330 hours now. And Chris was like, your poor father, he must never see her. I was like, that's exactly what he said. My dad will like say, all right, I'm going to bed. And like, he'll get up to pee at like 4 a.m. and go out to the living room. And she's still out there playing. And he's like, you gotta go to bed. And she's like, yeah, I know. And she'll see like the sun coming up. And she's like, oh, I gotta get some sleep. So yeah, I downloaded it at like 6 a.m. and I was so nosy that I went in and played I gave the Trial of the Sword one try, and I wasn't prepared for it. I made it a certain amount of floors through the dungeon, quote unquote. But yeah, I got to one section that had like 4 of the lizard guys, the purple ones, that were spitting at me, and like I got into a bad.
Dicks,
I
man.
fell into water, and I got into a bad situation like right away, and they were just all like each spit shot was taking like 5 hearts. So I was like, well.
yeah, they hit
Goodbye.
pretty hard.
Yeah, but I'm very eager to get back into it because I like that kind of challenge. Like I like going through and like having to make it to the bottom floor. And as far as I know,
It was only released last week, right?
it was only released on Friday.
Oh, yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As far as I know, you can't like make it to floor 25 or something and start from there. I think you have to do. I could be wrong, but I think you have to do a 1 run through, and that's it.
Oh, there's no checkpoint then. That's what you're saying.
And as far as I know, I don't think so. There are floors that you get to that will give you stuff to replenish health. So like I got to one that had 3 treasure chests and like some trees with apples on them, and there's like fish to catch and stuff like that. So you don't have
Can you
to
cook.
Yes, it had a pot to cook in there. Yeah, it's like a little like serene area with treasure chests and a pot and fish swimming and apples and stuff. So yeah, you can take your time there and replenish. But like I said, I'm 99% sure you can't save while you're in there. You have to do it all 1 run because it's a challenge. You're supposed to do it that way. Oh, Wally says there is a save point at level 15. Well, okay, so level 15. All right, so you have to make it to at least 15. So I didn't make it to 15. But yeah, I like that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun because you go in, for those that don't know, you go in with nothing at all. Like you're naked, you have no weapons, you have no health, no food or anything like that. It takes all of that away. The only thing you have is the amount of hearts you go in with. So if you have, 13 heart containers, you still have those, but you can't like stock up on potions and other stuff to eat and go in there. It takes everything away. So the only thing you have to go on is the stuff that you pick up off of enemies while you're in there. So when you defeat every enemy, the portal opens to the next floor, but you can take your time and wander around and like blow up trees and get stuff. Or
I mean, that's
see
sort
what
of
else
how the
you pick
game
up.
has gone.
Yeah, exactly. Except now you can't get yourself out of trouble. Like there's no like warp to a safe place. It's either leave the dungeon or keep going. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So then there's the other stuff in there like Majora's Mask and the Tingle costume and the Korok mask that helps you find the 900 Korok seeds. But for me, the bulk of this DLC is the Master of the Sword trial. So I played that once. I'm definitely going to play that more. I've also been playing, which I want to talk to you about because I think you would really like it. You would like it too, I think. Okay. I finally got into it might be on PC. That's the only reason I didn't say because I'm playing on PS4. I don't know what you're looking at.
It's not real, right?
I don't know.
What are you looking at? Let me see.
A morgue employee fell asleep on a stretcher after working for 16 hours. And somebody wheeled the stretcher into the crematorium or whatever and turned it on. Heard screaming, but after 14 seconds of extreme temperatures, it stopped and they were like, where'd that come from? And then they realized that they didn't cremate a dead body.
She was dead.
Sounds more like a murder to me.
We would call that murder.
You know, it does. No, that's not real.
That's
So,
like an urban legend.
I finally started playing Oxenfree. Have either of you heard Oxenfree?
Ollie, Ollie. There's no date on it.
I feel like you mentioned it on the podcast.
Yes. So Oxenfree is about this. It's about like teenagers, but it focuses on this one girl and her stepbrother, which is like her new stepbrother. They haven't been hanging out too long. She brings him along with her to this party, and it's like a beach like nighttime party at like this
beaches right now
at this island that it's like a tourist spot basically, and kids go there at night and like have bonfires and drink and do drugs and crap like that. Mm-hmm. So it's about you going out to this island to meet up. You go there with a friend and you're meeting up with other friends there. And the main character specifically asks to bring a radio with her because there's this cave that apparently the kids all get high and go to, and like they listen to the radio, and like everywhere on the island has a terrible signal, but in this cave you can hear all kinds of like mysterious messages on the radio and stuff like that. So you go to the island, you meet the kids, or you meet this girl's friends and all that, and starts off how these games / movies usually start off. The kids go to the beach, they're like drinking and doing drugs. If you want to, you don't have to.
Fake news.
And somebody decides to go into the cave, and I don't want to spoil anything, but you go to the cave and all kinds of
hijinks
stuff goes down. We'll say that. But it's trying to describe.
What does it look? What's like the visual style?
So it is. The characters are polygons. The backgrounds and foreground is all hand drawn. It's kind of like an old school adventure game. So like you can't like walk everywhere. So like there'll be a path and you can walk along the path, or like you can only walk on certain portions of the beach. But it's from a 2D perspective. You're not walking around in 3D. So you move up, down, left, and right.
I feel like this trailer.
I feel like I might have seen screenshots or something. Now that I think about it.
But yeah, it plays like an old adventure game basically. Just you're not
Where did you play this?
PS4. You're not selecting like text icons or anything.
Right.
You just like it's got a really cool conversation system too, because there's times when you can interject in conversation and times when you're asked questions, and you have 3 separate options all the time. You have like one it's kind of like Mass Effect. You have one that's kind of nice, one that's kind of not nice, and one that's in the middle somewhere. So depending on how you react to things, you'll see other people thinking about you or thinking about what you're saying. Like a thought bubble will pop up above them. So I'm imagining that's changing how things are going on and what's changing, and it's changing relationships in certain ways. So yeah, the really cool part is you have this radio, and I've opted to play the radio through the speaker on the PS4 controller because you can play it through the speakers on regular TV. But I like the idea of the radio is like the controller in your hand. I like that. So you use the joystick to tune the dial to hear different things. But also on the radio, you get like different snippets of like all kinds of stuff. So there'll be like music playing on some stations and Morse code being beamed out on some stations, and like
decoded
clips from like some of it I did. Clips from like Warner Brothers cartoons are playing in some like all different. I just like that the radio is actually like a radio. No, there's one part where I know exactly the episode it is. It's the one where Bugs Bunny is talking to the big red hairy guy. Where he's like, monsters are such interesting people, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's specifically that episode because I've seen it 1 million times. It's a snippet from that one. But yeah, it's about the relationships between the people is what it's basically about. But you're not like fighting enemies. You're not, there's no platforming or anything. There's a little platforming, but you don't die or anything like that. It's about the story. I really like it. It's a lot of fun. I know you would really like it.
The trailer said it was 2016's first must-play game.
Who said that?
2016. At the end of the trailer.
2016 says.
2016 called. They want their game back.
The developers, I talked to them on Twitter and I said, are you thinking about bringing this to Switch? And they said they're really interested in bringing it to Switch. So it could happen at some point. I think it'll be a really good fit because the Switch has got a butt ton of fantastic indie games on it. I cannot believe how many great games are on the Switch right now. Honestly, yes.
What's on Switch?
It's insane.
It's insane?
Yeah.
What's crazy? Is it crazy or just insane?
No, I would say it's insane.
Tell me.
What do you want to know?
What's on the Switch?
I shouldn't say it because it's not out on the Switch.
Name
it's
5 games to get on the Switch. Indie games?
Okay. Go. Am I going to name them and you're going to say no, or are you just going to let me name them?
I'm having an open mind.
Okay. Mighty Gunvolt Burst.
Not interested.
Yeah, this is why I didn't want to do that. The upcoming Death Squared.
Upcoming.
Comes out the 13th.
And it's still like what?
Kind of
2 weeks away.
Function.
Oceanhorn.
Say it once again.
Oceanhorn.
Oceanhorn. What's this about?
Excuse me.
It's basically Zelda, but it's not Zelda.
Next.
What
kind of Zelda? Like Breath of the Wild? Because apparently that's never been done
it's
before.
like old school Zelda.
Okay.
Kamiko. Really love Kamiko.
What is that one? I remember the name.
Old school 8-bit looking.
I'm thinking a Cameo. Sorry.
Not Cameo. You go around and fight enemies and collect treasures.
Next.
Going through my menu screen in my
Dragon's
head.
Trap, whatever.
Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap. That's another excellent one.
How about
Cave Story Plus is on there. Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus.
Blaster Master.
Blaster Master Zero. Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack is coming out soon on Switch.
Azure Striker Gunvolt.
So if you didn't play the first game,
not the same, not to be confused with Mighty Gunvolt.
Same developer.
What is it?
Mighty Gunvolt number 9.
Mighty Gunvolt Burst.
Mighty Gunvolt Burst.
Yes, same company, not this. Oh yeah, Gunvolt is in both of those games.
Who's Gunvolt? The person?
Yes, he's the Azure Striker.
It's a great name.
So basically, if he was in a Zelda game, it'd say his name, and his name would be Gunvolt, and then in parentheses underneath it would say the Azure Striker.
I feel like you're trying to just confuse me into just buying things right now.
You asked me to tell you games.
Yeah, but give me 2 more.
Tumbleseed.
That one I'm interested in.
I'm glad we could agree on something.
But it's probably too hard. So I'm not really
Goner. which I just did a video review for, Goner.
You think I check your site? Tell me about
It's
it.
on YouTube. What is Goner like? Okay. Mixed together.
Or is it Mighty Goner Volt?
Goner Volt. Mixed together, let's say Contra and Super Meat Boy. Let's put those together.
Super Meatballs. Copy that.
The End is Nigh is coming out very soon. That's the new game from the guy who did Super Meat Boy.
Right.
What else?
But not Oxenfree, right?
Not yet. I specifically talked to Rhyme is coming, but not yet.
Not yet.
I'm glad you said that. It's perfect segue. I finished Rhyme.
Oh, congrats.
Great. Suddenly it's more about him.
I cried a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'm going to say about Rhyme.
Or
no, normal cry. I really enjoyed Rhyme. It's a beautiful looking game. It has a fantastic soundtrack. It's a lot of fun to play, but I wanted it to be a little bit more than what it was. Like, just not everything.
Are you trying
to
make this man cry for
I
another
wanted
2 weeks or whatever?
No, I think it's a great. If I was going to put a number on it, which I don't do, I would give it an 8 out of 10.
It's still pretty.
Still good, but
Still
it's
really-
just like I would give Journey like a 10 out of 10. For me, that's a 10 out of 10.
Fanboy.
I would I feel like Rhyme is like right there. Like, it's knocking on the door of being a fantastic game. There's just a couple things that I think they didn't flesh out enough or go far enough with.
By they, it's just one person, right?
No, it's a whole team. Tequila Works. It's a whole development
You're-
studio. It's
you're
like 50
speaking about
people or something.
Gameplay though, right?
Yes, most like visuals gorgeous. Soundtrack was fantastic. Yeah, gameplay mechanics. Yeah, I feel like they just needed to do a little bit more. Like, what is there I really like, but I feel they could have taken it further. But yeah, I definitely feel it's an experience people should check out. Like, I love, like, I would recommend the game to people. Just yeah. It has the visual and audio elements of something like Journey or something like Shadow of the Colossus. Like, I feel it's on par with those games there. But as far as gameplay goes, I feel they didn't take things far enough. Like, the puzzles are a little too simplistic for me. And I don't feel they really went far enough with the mechanics. Like, I need like one more mechanic, like one more gameplay hook in there or something like that. But yeah, I still think it's a great game. I really do enjoy it. And I'm doing a video review on that, but now you know my thoughts on there. But yeah, I finished that game. Yeah, I would like to see them do a sequel. I think they could really do something special with the sequel. But yeah, without a doubt, worth your time. Just you know, it's not going to be remembered in the same pantheon as like Journey. Like I said.
I mean, those are kind of
yeah.
It's kind of unfair to compare them to.
Well, I feel like that's the problem with this game. Before it was coming out, because of the look and the music, people were expecting it to be of that caliber.
Mm-hmm.
So because it isn't of that caliber, I feel people are pooping on it way more than it deserves.
And that's why they told the guy to kill himself?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. 8 out of 10, kill yourself. That poor man. So I played that. I finished that. I've been playing Death Squared, which you are going to love. You're going to love that game. But it's best played multiplayer. Did I talk about Death Squared last week? I don't think I did. Did I?
Well,
I wasn't here.
I don't know if
Oh,
you
for
really
parents
did
play, yeah.
much, but I watched the trailer. So if you're interested, watch the trailer.
It's a puzzle game, and
So
you
it's
move
all
around
about-
squares. But it's a 1-player, 2-player, 3-player, or 4-player
It
puzzle game.
seems as though the more players you get in on it, the harder it is.
Yes, the
because-
puzzles are different.
because each puzzle is a different color, and you trigger different.
Each cube is a different color
That's what
for
I
the
mean.
puzzle. Yeah, yesterday was the first time I played 4-player, where each person was a different cube, and it was completely different puzzles. First time I played it with 4 players, it's really good. It's really a head scratcher. Each puzzle's different in a sense. Well, each puzzle has the same goal: get your cube to the same colored circle. But how you do that and what happens in each level is always different. Like, moving in a certain direction could create spikes, or could move a platform, or could push another character off their pedestal, or
But
stuff
it's all
like that.
switches.
What do you mean? It's on the Switch, yes.
No,
The
a certain cube hits a certain switch, and that'll trigger.
That's in some levels. Yeah, that's not all levels. No, not all levels have switches. Like some of them have
from
laser beams, and some of them have
Laser
cubes you have to move
beams.
around, and some of them have.
So, but moving from one square to the next will trigger something without even a heads up.
Yeah, sometimes some levels they don't do that. Yeah, so like sometimes you'll move in one direction, and then you'll notice that it's moving another block on the part of the level that's going to push somebody off their platform. So you're like, okay, red can't move first because it's going to kill yellow. Let's see what yellow can do first, and yellow will move, and like green's floor will disappear or something like that. So yeah, if you're playing multiplayer, it has to be with people that are willing to cooperate with you, because there's no way to do it without that. Let's put it this way. I was playing yesterday with Cody, Lauren, and Dave, and Cody and Lauren are not the people to play that with, and the game eventually became me and Dave playing, and Dave was playing with 3 other controllers, but he got it done. He was really good at it. We were having a lot of fun with it. It's just when you're getting your multiplayer together, you need people that are willing to figure things out and take directions at some points too. So but if you get the right crowd, yeah, it's a blast. It's a lot of fun. Demambo is coming out this week.
Demambo.
I think it's this week. I might be wrong. It's out in Japan. Yeah, it's like a platformer, but you're like a ball, and you can like break blocks and.
Koro Rimpa.
It's not. It's the Koro Rimpa has a ball. That's true. I know I'm forgetting stuff I have on a Switch that.
It's all right. We're done here.
Rudymical. It's a music-based game.
Okay.
Rudymical.
I trust you.
I trust you. All right, Mom Brain. Let's do. I think that's all I played. Yeah, that's all I played. Let's do some music. Yeah, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
This is a one-of-a-kind piece. There's no other like it in the world.
Oh,
Well, that sometimes happens.
So you're done with
good.
that? You're done with that? Yeah, I'm done with that. Yes, Mom Brain?
Oh.
Turn the speaker on.
I'll turn the speaker on. Wait. See, that was not what was supposed to happen.
I know what was supposed to happen.
I got music. You want to hear it?
You want to hear it?
Oh.
This song comes from Wired.
I know this.
Is this a NES?
Yeah.
It's just a Simpsons game.
Nope.
It's the same company, I think. Oh, it sounds like garbage Acclaim. Yeah, it really does. Can you turn it down?
Is it a license?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
It might be.
Might be. Monsters in my pocket.
Nope.
It's got to be the same company that made The Simpsons. It's got that same terrible sound.
Well, I ain't gonna do any good if you can't figure out the name of the game.
What does might be mean for licensed?
No, there's other things called this, but I don't know if it's related.
Okay.
Gremlins.
No.
But it's not like based on a movie or something.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, we could hem and haw forever, but I don't know. Anybody got a guess?
No.
All right, we don't know.
Swamp Thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one comes from Glitter Bubble 3.
Well, it's either bad Super Nintendo or really bad N64.
Super Nintendo.
Wayne's World?
No.
That's what I was gonna guess. Play Fighter.
Beavis and Butthead.
Nope.
Rock and roll racing.
Cool World.
Nope.
You and I are on the same wavelength here. Oh, God.
Biker Mice from Mars.
No.
SWAT cats.
No.
Where's SWAT Cats?
Samurai pizza cats.
No.
Oh, God, it's so bad. Krusty Super Fun House.
No.
What was that game with Chester Cheetah?
Oh, yeah. Is it something Chester Cheetah related?
I don't think so.
Bang away now. Bang away now.
What is it? Nintendo 64?
No, it's Super Nintendo.
Super.
I don't know.
True Lies.
Oh, really?
Was
Wow.
it really?
It's
That was
so
true.
bad.
Oh,
three.
dear Lord.
This one comes from Mikey3319.
That didn't sound like
Mikey.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know this. Didn't you just play this?
Is this a Double Dragon?
Yeah.
It is?
You just played this
Did we?
last week or something.
Possible.
Double Dragon 3.
Yeah.
All right, Double Dragon.
I got it!
Hey!
Must have resent it. Good for you guys.
Hey, we needed one.
So this next song comes from, let's see, who does
True
it come
Lies.
from?
Jesus Christ.
So it comes from,
I'm like
Didn't we
picturing
say
in my
that?
head like the movie
Didn't we
with
say
that
True
music.
Lies like last week or 2 weeks ago? or
Yeah, we
something?
have been
comes
guessing.
from My Body Is Ready.
Oh, I know this.
Baby Kids.
All right, system.
Cube.
The Mask.
No.
Oh, come on.
No, this is Wario. It's like
Yeah.
Wario World.
Yep,
It
it
sounds
is.
like The Mask. I'm going with that.
That was Wario World.
No, you're wrong. This sounds like the
Um,
mask.
This one comes from Turbo K.
Turboke.
This sounds really familiar.
Could be an F-Zero?
Nope.
What system is it?
Cube.
All right, now it sounds like an RPG.
Hey, wait, is this Tales of Symphonia?
Sure is.
Hey!
Didn't we have it like a few weeks ago?
Tales of Symphonia.
This one comes from Denix, who would like us to give a shout out to Patrick, who he loves.
Okay.
Do we know this, Patrick?
Apparently, Patrick is a listener.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
Shout out to Patrick then.
What up, Patrick?
we love you, Patrick.
Hi, Ellen.
is this the starfish? Hi, Ellen.
And here is the song.
All right, so it makes me think Rare. Is it Rare?
It's THQ.
Okay, so then I'm gonna say Banjo-Kazooie on the GBA.
It is a banjo on the GBA, but it's not Banjo Kazooie.
I don't know. I thought it was called Banjo Pilot.
Yeah. Banjo Pilot. This one comes from
Remember Nuts and Bolts? How upset you got?
Yeah. Yeah.
excuse me, this one comes from Raj Chaos.
People pick some really bad music.
Oh, yeah, I thought it couldn't get any worse.
What is this?
Is this another Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh my god, this is terrible.
Super Baseball 2000?
Yep.
Oh my god! Yes!
Wow.
How in the world?
I was gonna say open mic night or
Yeah,
something.
for some reason, this just made me think of Super Baseball. I've never even I never even played this.
If I ever heard of a song that screams Super Baseball, it's this one.
R-Type used to have like the Game Boy version, but I've never heard like music from the Super Nintendo version.
Well, apparently the composer did a perfect job.
This one comes from Carefree Captain.
Oh, all right, now I'm into it. See, this one's a hard system to place because it's not NES. Correct?
Correct.
So it's not Game Boy Color.
Nope.
It's not any Game Boy.
Nope.
So this is made to sound oldish. Correct?
TV Robo.
Okay, is it a Tetris game?
Nope.
Damn it. What system is it?
Switch.
Switch.
Yeah, I glanced at the screen, so I can't answer this.
This is. It's not first party.
I think it is.
Oh, really?
Right, Kirby?
Not Scribble. It's Snipper Clips.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Snipper Clips?
Snipper Clips.
What level is that? Does it say?
Snipper Clips Music Retro Reboot.
Oh, okay.
This one comes from Sparkplug Holly.
Hardcore Holly.
Very much. Hardcore Sparkplug Holly.
Yeah. What system is this?
EDA.
Wow.
Dance Wars.
It's about like blood. Pretty about blood.
Jurassic Park.
Doom ever on PTA? Is it Doom? Wolfenstein? Doom?
Doom
2?
2.
Doom Nukem.
Doom 2.
Doom
Doom 2.
Nukem.
It's Doom 2 on the GBA. Last song comes to us from Kevin. No.
This could be a regular NES. Apparently I should know it.
It's an NES game.
Is it that Dizzy Egg guy?
Nope.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That's your island.
Why are you looking at me?
No one.
I feel like it's like the credits or something.
That kind of sound it has is specific to certain types of game. That sound. That's why I said Dizzy. What else has that? Is it licensed?
I feel like it would be tropical.
I mean, I feel tropical.
This is a vacation song.
It's not like Star Tropical.
Nope.
There's only one other game I can think of that has this type of sound, but you said it's not licensed, so that doesn't make any sense.
I don't think it is.
Oh, now you don't know. Is it McKids?
It is.
That's licensed. McDonald's.
I thought they were just Irish.
So you got Wario Land, Tales of Symphonia,
Man, we started off
Banjo
bad and went
Pilot,
really good.
Baseball, Snipper Clips, Doom,
What a comeback.
and McKids, but you didn't get Swamp Thing or True Lies, so 80%.
Hey, not bad. Boy, that True Lies is one of the worst game songs I've heard in a long time.
Let's hear it again.
Yeah, somebody submit that in like another couple of weeks, just so I can laugh.
So bad.
Yeah, play us out.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Bye. Oh, it's so bad.
Me too.
Let's get covered.
That's all I can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna play some bad music.
This guy talking.
This reminded me of it.
And then I played this.
And on and on and on.
And then I played this. What'd you guys play? Oh, this is what I played.
I asked you. You said you didn't have anything you wanted to talk
I
about.
didn't play anything. I had to work.
I'm sure you. I'm sure you played something.
Yeah, I did. I played
Forged in Fire.
Get Through Traffic Without blowing your brains
My dad
out.
wanted me to tell you that he really is into Forged in Fire. He wants me to stress that he's legitimately into it.
Bless
Is
him.
it?
Bless you.
Excuse me.
That's the only show where somebody might get decapitated.
What channel is it on?
History.
Believe it or not, where you actually get a bit of history. One of the few shows on there.
Yeah, that's not his words.
Oh,
That's somebody
Kevin.
on Reddit said that.
You've probably seen this.
Oh, I think the sentiment of History Channel not showing history has been in many of mine for a long
Did you
time.
never
yeah.
responded to that message? I thought that was brilliant.
What?
He sent me a screen grab of people talking about Forge and Fire on Reddit. So I responded with, so does that mean you're going to start watching it now?
Got him.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Oh boy.
Can't do it.
Oh yeah, Kevin, you've probably seen
Man,
this
we're having a
already,
party.
right?
What are you doing? Giving
Yeah,
tweets.
that's what I've seen.
You cracked me up.
Rule 34.
Here you go. I'm gonna put. All right. So this is from. This
Supposed
is
to be like an inspirational post.
this is Butt Rock from. Oh, I don't want that. I'm doing it wrong.
Does it have caffeine in them?
Twizzlers? I don't think so.
Twizzlers make me sick, but they're there.
Yeah, I've never liked these.
Twizzlers make me sick, but they're there. This is from The Amazing Spider-Man versus the Kingpin, which is a whole soundtrack filled with butt rock.
What is butt rock?
This is butt rock.
Yeah, then we went over Butt Rock.
Yes, that's what John Savage is doing.
Save this city, save it from the hands of destruction.
That sounds like a Ninja
The
Turtles.
name of this song is Swing Time. You'll find out why.
It ain't always easy to see. Hanging tough, just enough.
Is this the same band?
It's so like hardcore.
Yeah, that's butt rock.
Oh, yeah.
Is this the same band that did the Ninja Turtles?
I think it could be.
Out of my phone?
Now it's swing time, flying for justice. Swing time, take no prisoners. Swing time,
Wait, was this
bring on
Spider-Man Out of the Dark?
Swing
No,
time,
what? Yeah, right.
Could have been.
not get trouble out.
Not get in trouble?
In case you wanted to know,
I mean, Spider-Man.
on guitar is Eric Reichman.
Stop this night.
He's got a band right now. The band's name is Gravy Boat, and they play weekly in the San Francisco Bay Area.
This song?
I'm sure he would play this song.
Still alive and kicking.
I'm going to change some lyrics just to avoid any copyright issues. It's Bay time instead of Swing Time.
It's
Bay
Now it's
Springtime.
time. Change no other lyrics but just that.
Bring on the big guns.
Bring on the big guns. All right, everybody, the show's done exporting. Thanks for hanging with us. Have a great weekend. Play some Zelda. Have some fun. Take it easy. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Swing time. Get out.